What's up guys, it's Joe with J Blake Photo, and in today's video I want to go over the updated info that we have on the new Sony Cinema Line FX3 camera. So last week I did a video on some of the information that we had about the upcoming camera from Sony, but we didn't know much, and some of it still wasn't 100% confirmed. Since then, we've learned quite a bit more, and so I want to dive in. First, let's talk about the sensor. We have confirmed that this is going to be a 12 megapixel sensor, full frame, and it will have the ability to shoot stills at 12 megapixels. It is definitely video focused, however, and I'm going to guess that this is the same sensor borrowed directly from the A7S III. As with the sensor out of the A7S III, I think we should expect 15 stops of dynamic range, and it should be partnered with the Bion Z XR processor. Because of that, it should also have the same codec flexibility as the A7S III, pretty much everything offered, as well as the same battery. We know that now for sure. We can also confirm that it will be coming with dual CF Express Type A slots. Now remember, the Type A slots are slightly smaller and they're a little bit slower than Type B, the larger slots, but what they allow for is the ability to double as an SD card slot because of their smaller size. We see this in the Alpha 1 and we will be seeing it in the A7S III beefed up cinema version that we're calling the FX3. Of course, it will shoot in 4K video and it will shoot at up to 120 frames per second. Again, with all of those same video codec options that we see in the A7S III on that 12 megapixel sensor. It'll have the latest version of Sony's in-body image stabilization and have additional cinema options like cage mounting and a top handle option that will give you access to 2 XLR jacks and a 3.5mm jack for audio input. Just a quick reminder that if you are into videos like this where we talk about specs and reviews and leaks and information about the industry, please hit that like button. It's a huge help for me and for the channel, and it tells YouTube that I'm making the right kind of content. Of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I make videos about news, reviews, training, learning. I do photo adventures. I just got back from Death Valley National Park. So please subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications. If you're into stills photography, I post many of the stills from my adventures on Instagram over at jblakePhoto, like these photos from my recent trip. Now let's get back into talking about the FX3. We can also confirm that unfortunately, unlike the A7S III, it will not be coming with a fully articulating screen. We can also confirm that it will not have built-in neutral density filters. That was something that I saw a lot of people very interested in as a question on my last video, and unfortunately it will not have that built in. It will have to be something that you add externally. It will also not have a raw video option, though the codec flexibility that Sony offers in this line and on the A7S III honestly is pretty robust, though there are those really looking for that raw video option, and it will not have that. Now, price-wise, we are looking at $3,800, so right in there with the Canon R5, and just a few $100s more than the A7S III for those additional features. And pre-orders are expected to be announced soon, and we should be able to start putting down orders on the 23rd of this month. That's February 23rd, 2021. So very, very soon, you should be able to get your hands on this camera. Considering the fact that this is based on a camera that's been in production since the late part of last year, I don't expect a lot of delays in terms of delivery. I think we should probably be able to get this camera pretty quickly after pre-order and release. Where does this camera land in relation to the A7S III for you? It's a little bit more expensive, but do you find that this gives you those additional features that maybe you were holding back on? Does the XLR jack, do the CF Express ports, does that cinema build really make the difference for you? Does it make the cost worth it? And is this the camera for you if you're in the cinema ecosystem or in the Sony ecosystem? And if you're in the Canon ecosystem, does this give you what you need to switch over the Canon R5 where overheating is an issue, where you have 8K, but the codec flexibility just isn't there, and so it really kind of crushes your computer? There isn't a light option yet, though we're expecting that soon in a firmware update. Let me know down in the comments Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram over at jblakePhoto. Hit the like button on this video if these are the types of videos that you are interested in. If you're not subscribed to my channel, there's a button for that. And make sure you hit the bell so that you're alerted when I make new stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.